Hello, Jags. I'm Mary Hawkins Butler, and I am honored to be your mayor. I'm your biggest fan. Not only do you compete athletically, but also academically. Oh, we are so proud of you. You compete locally, you compete regionally, and nationally. We know that the time is now. You can make your mark. Go out and get it. Nothing is impossible. We are behind you, and we love you.
At Merit Health Medical Group, our mission is to provide high-quality health care in a convenient hometown location. Our team of primary and specialty care providers is here to take care of your family's immediate medical needs. With over 30 clinics and numerous specialties in Central Mississippi, we're here to help you live a happier, healthier life. Merit Health Medical Group. Good health is just around the corner.
At Mac Hike, football is in our blood. It's about teamwork, hard work, and dedication. Kind of like selling cars. And Mac Hike, well, we're the best in the game. You won't find lower prices on new trucks anywhere else than at Mac Hike. No matter what brand you pick, you always get up to $14,000 off MSRP on your new Ford, Ram, or Chevrolet. And that's what's called having skin in the game. Visit any of our 5 Mac Hike locations today.
Get that great Mac Hike feeling.
Quality, integrity, and excellence. Kincaid's Fine Clothing, Old Town Square, Ridgeland.
Welcome to the Coach Anthony Hart Show here on the Madison Central Football Network, mcbigblue.com. Super Talk Mississippi 97.3 is always brought to you by Kincaid's Fine Clothing. Coach Hart, as always, welcome. 38-34 loss to South Panola. Came down to a final score. Some ball game that you felt like you had a chance to win. Gave up some opportunities early on and almost let it get away from you. Defense comes in there with 2 big scores, keep us in the ball game, and against a very talented South Panola football team.
Yeah, really good football team, and we need that coming in. We feel like the North representative in the state championships coming out of our region, one of those 3 teams. And, we've got to play a little better if we're going to beat somebody like South Panola.
Well, and, Coach, you go back and you look at that, there was good things on defense. There were bad things on defense. The same thing on offense. But you did have to feel good. Young man Creek Robertson with 15 tackles, 2 for a loss. You had a pick 6. You had a scoop and a score. You had several others get in there, including Hayes Buffkin with 13 tackles, turning out to be a fine young man playing on defense for us, starting to get a little attention on the other side when it comes to the next level. You had Greg Hollins with an interception and even got a sack back there with William White. Some good things on defense there on Friday night.
Yeah, really was at times. And, all those guys you just mentioned, you got one senior in the bunch. So that makes us feel good. We just had some situations during the ball game where we had a chance to get off the field on 3rd down and we didn't make the plays. And that extends drives and then talk about time of possession and things like that. They just keeps rolling in their favor.
Yeah, they almost doubled us in time of possession. Defense just had a hard time getting off the field, and credit a lot of that to do with South Panola. They were determined to keep the ball away from us.
Yeah, they were, and they had the running back. He hadn't played in quite a few weeks, and
he was back.
He's out there full speed, getting after it, and we just at times didn't do a good job, and times we did.
It was a 38-34 final victory. I know right down to the end, and a very disappointing way to lose a football game. How have you helped this team get past that and focus for the next step, which is Germantown and Greenville, and then, of course, the first round of the playoffs?
Well, we came in Friday after a tough loss, and we were able to have time to have a team meeting and do our weights and those types of things, and we discussed it Friday and just laid it out there. Now, we've moved on.
Right.
We've moved on, and we know what we've got to do in the next few weeks, and, we're determined to do it.
38-34, final score South Panola over Madison Central on Thursday night. We'll continue with more the Kincaid's Fine Clothing Coach Anthony Hart Show right here on the Madison Central Football Network.
In Madison, see your Good Neighbor State Farm agent, Rodney Stokes, for your insurance and financial needs.
Whether you're looking for a mortgage to help with that starter home, want to start saving for law school, need a business loan for your bakery, or a personal loan for your dream car, we'll be here. No matter what your financial goals may be, we can help tailor a plan to help you reach them.
Accidents aren't planned. Mississippi Sports Medicine Orthopedic Urgent Care. You're in, you're out. You're better.
It's game day. All you should be worried about is the score, because we've got the food covered. With fresh, never ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
It's a beautiful day in Georgia blue. It's like a home-cooked meal. How mama makes you feel, that's what we do. Oh yeah. The time is now to make memories with all your friends. We'll be looking for you, so y'all come on in. This family around here, it's Georgia blue.
Back to the Coach Anthony Hart Show here on the Madison Central Football Network, mcbigblue.com, and Super Talk Mississippi 97.3 is always brought to you by Kincaid's Fine Clothing. 38-34, South Panola wins on a Thursday night, our second Thursday night of what will be 3 Thursday night football games in this season. Jimmy Holiday, 12 of 15 for almost a buck, TD and a TD passing, and you got Blake Gunner back in it. He continues to be one of the favorite targets, that sophomore, really bringing it strong for the Jaguars on offense.
Yeah, Blake's a big target. You know, you can watch Jimmy in practice games. A lot of confidence when he throws the ball Blake's way, because he feels like Blake's going to make the catch. Blake can get up and get it if it's high, developing into a great young guy.
And you had Luke Robertson, 5 receptions, 41 yards. Ben Davis, a couple of catches. Jimmy on the ground for 93 yards, 18 carries, and a touchdown. He really couldn't break that big one like we wanted him to. It seemed like he was trying to make a decision, and boy, they had a spy on him all night. They had a guy that's going to go where Jimmy went.
They did a good job taking away some cutback things that we usually get, but you know, again, that's just something that goes in the vault for the future.
Duke Arnold with a nice game, 13 carries and 102 yards. Javarius Jordan got a carry in there for 31 yards. It seemed like, Coach, when we went to just a traditional tailback set, we were able to have some success, especially kind of getting on that outside. I know, as we said, they were spying Jimmy pretty much all night, but I thought the tailbacks ran the ball well.
Really did. Duke had a great night. You know, he put the ball in the right spot, and you know, had a good night up front. You know, we never punted. We had one turnover and didn't punt. So you know, when we had the ball, I thought the offense did a really good job. You know, and one thing about Duke has had to play a lot of defense this year, and it's cost him some carries, but in high school football, you know, we just have to game plan each week to try to win that particular ball game, and Duke's done that and embraced it, and just proud of him for that.
Well, that shows a sign of a great player that's willing to give up his role as a tailback to contribute on defense if he has to, even if it means reducing his carries, and that's the kind of ball player you want on a football team.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
227 total rushing yards, 98 through the air. Luke Bridges, pretty solid, 2 field goals. That was kind of where we were, though, Coach. We were trading field goals for touchdowns, and that math wasn't adding up real quick. Thank goodness for the defensive touchdowns. Got us back in the ball game. Jaguars fought to the end.
Yes, we did. Kids played hard. Nothing you can take away that from them.
Well, we move on. Germantown, first time ever, is a division opponent. We'll talk about that game coming up right after this timeout here on the Madison Central Football Network.
Nobody does spicy chicken like Wendy's. And now, spicy nuggets are back. So all hail the queen of spice. That's right. And get a free 6-piece when you mobile order through the app. Bring them back.
Welcome back to Coach Anthony Hart Show here on the Madison Central Football Network, mcbigblue.com, and Super Talk Mississippi 97.3 is always brought to you by Kincaid's Fine Clothing. Off to Germantown, Coach. Obviously their first year here in the 6A, Region 2. 4-5 overall, 1-4 in the region, and I guess they're kind of having a little growing pains getting started here. They're a new team, and obviously moving up. It's never easy on any school.
No, it's a tough region to be in, and it's been a year where they've had some injuries. But they're a really good football team. They're solid at what they do. You know, they'll be as well coached a football team as we'll face this year. And you know, we got to get up and play for these guys.
Oh, there's no doubt, especially coming off 2 losses. You got to get back on the winning track here. Players are very familiar with each other, go to church together, probably play on some travel teams together, different things like that. Coach Schrammick was a coordinator at Madison Central for a long time before taking that head coaching position at Germantown, and obviously some of our coaches actually coached together with them. So there's a lot of familiarity here, but obviously that'll change once the referee blows that whistle into play.
Yeah, you know, it'll be a rivalry. You know, it'll be more outside the field than it will probably be on the field. You know, the kids and the coaches will get along well. It's just the other aspects of it you have to be a little wary of.
Well, they average about 24 points a game. They rush the ball about 144 a game, 126 through the air. They're pretty balanced. Obviously, they've got some work to do with moving up to 6A, but obviously with us, here on the Jaguars coming off back-to-back losses. This is one of those kind of games that you can't look through, is it?
Not at all. You know, we've got to get in the playoffs. We've got to win a game somewhere in the next 2, and so you know it'd be nice to get this win Friday night and lock us into being in the playoffs. Probably the number 3 spot, but we'll see. But you got to worry about Germantown.
Defensively, not bad. They've got 27 sacks on defense. They've got 6 interceptions. They're coached well on that side of the football.
Probably the best defensive front we faced. You know, they're really good. They're big. You know, they're going to be prepared. You know, we've got to make plays. We can't just think we're going up there and it's going to be an easy walk for us.
That was my next question. Is obviously the players know they're 1-4 in the region. You can't play to acting like you're playing a team that's 1-4 in the region. You got to play like it's Starkville, South Panola, or any other opponent that you've got in this region, because any football team can beat any football team on any given Friday night.
Yeah, we better go there and we better play that way, or it'll be a long night for us.
Obviously, Coach, a new rivalry that's getting started with one of our Madison County schools. We'll take on Germantown Friday night in a much cooler atmosphere. Much cooler tonight as we are ready, and actually some fall football here. Coach, I'd like to wish you, your staff, your players, your coaches, and everybody the best of luck, and let's get back on the winning track and punch our ticket to the playoffs.
Sounds good, JT. Thank you.
Coach Anthony Hart Show here on the Madison Central Football Network, mcbigblue.com, and Super Talk Mississippi. We'll return to the field after this timeout.
You made a promise to work, to lend a hand, to push, to build, to invest yourself, to make a difference. You made a promise, and so did we. To Mississippi, to each other. Bank Plus, it's more than a name, it's a promise.